So running, okay. Hey, this is Saurabh. Today I'll be demonstrating about the assignment 2, which is configuration management and automation with Ansible. So moving forward, so this is our inventory of Linux and Ubuntu servers. These found the IPs and the IP and details is maintained here in the host and file. And in order to distinguish the Amazon Linux, which is Amazon Linux and Ubuntu. So we made a configuration here on the that is group underscore vars. So let's go with the first requirement of this assignment. Assignment, yeah. So we should be able to ping all the servers, which is that's this is the command. We can see we saw the reply. And so then the second requirement is to uh, filter the OS family, right? And so this is the command. So we can see this is Debian, this is Red Hat. So Debian is so Ubuntu is a variant of Debian, whereas Amazon is a variant of Red Hat. So this concludes our first and second requirement. So for the third requirement, we will need Python Boto package, Python Boto. So this is already installed in our case. And after the installation, we will use ansible.cfg file to enable the dynamic inventory. So and then we will generate a graph. So we can see we have two Ubuntu's and two Amazon Linux. So here Linux is Amazon Linux. And let's go towards the third. So now we'll be using role to deploy static web server. The role of the YML name of the YML file is playbook underscore role. And yes, and if we go under the playbook underscore role, so so we can see it's completed in it did all the tasks in this in four of our servers. You can see the details. So our playbook uses deploy underscore Apache CentOS role, which then uses these roles. So these are the files. These are the handler to restart the Apache service on two different types, and then to distinguish and run the Ubuntu has a different sets of different parameters, and EC2 it has a different parameters. So here we use a condition to satisfy and then move ahead. So the another requirement is to add a new instance and then see if the installation runs only in the newly added instance. So it's pending. We'll wait for a while. Once it is in available state, we will run our graph, dynamic inventory graph, and then run the playbook again. And after running the playbook, it should only deploy the web server in this particular instance. So the IP address is we now the instance is available. We'll verify in our graph first, dynamic inventory graph. See, there is a 54 to 35, 38, 43. Yeah, this is our new ladder. So we'll run the role again. So it should skip for four of the old instances and only install in the new instance. We can run the website. We will run the web server. See, it says it changed five thing in the last five thing in the this particular instance. So let's go ahead and verify the web server. Yes, we can see created by owner and it is the host name. So this setting is particularly defined under ro- roles and result J2 file. So this one is by owner tag. It is an Ansible hostname tag. Owner file and the Ansible hostname. So and the we're almost at the end of our presentation. So the next is to use the add a command. So here it uses the dynamic inventory file and then run and then try to get and gets us the output of the localhost, localhost HTTP localhost, and U as in user parameter for EC2 user, that is Amazon Linux, and and it should be three instances. So one, two, three. Yeah, that's good. So Ubuntu should have only two, one and two here minus U for Ubuntu, and it is the same key, and the command is URI of the HTTP localhost. So this is almost the end of our. So the next is to discuss the advantages and disadvantages. So under my observation, for the Ansible, the advantages are it's easy to group and manage large number of server, and we can achieve a uniform configuration across all servers, despite of the server type. Either it's Ubuntu, Amazon Linux, Fedora, SUSE, anything. And then the great advantage it uses module based design for customization, which is really easy, and it uses a secure channel, that is SSH. So the disadvantage on the counter side, the disadvantage is YAML syntax and Ansible concept is pretty annoying to get a grip on it, and then setup of control node and inventory can be time consuming, and it is time consuming, in fact, for me at least. And for the user data in AWS instance, the advantages are simple. It's very simple for instance launch and execution of and we can simply execute the script upon the instance creation. Also, it's really easy to integrate with other AWS services. So the disadvantage, coming to the disadvantages, it is the scalability is really difficult in the AWS data, and yeah, the security concern is it can there's a chances of uh, sensitive information being leaked because it's stored in plain text, and then it's because Ansible uses SSH for entire communication, which supports encryption by default. And for the errorless data, we should be very careful while using access keys and secret key. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for your time.